Is the All Progressives Congress in the middle of constitutional crisis? That's a big question we will be providing answers to this morning on the platform. Welcome to the program, the second edition for the week, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. This is the flow of God's own state. The pinnacle of all discussions is back on radio. It's part of the morning show anyways. The discussion segment of the Morning Spice, where we take a look at issues as it affect our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affect our dear state, Abia State. Welcome once again. My name is Michael Oni. Now, in the build-up to the forthcoming governorship election in Edo State, the drama in the All Progressives Congress, APC, may have reached fever pitch. The intrigues and confusion is seemingly unending, but let's bring you up to speed with the latest twist and turn of events. The ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, might have been hit by a constitutional crisis following the affirmation of yesterday of the suspension of its national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, by the appeal court. Section 14, subsection 2 of the APC Constitution 2014 as amended stipulates the duties of a deputy national chairman of the party, among which is to assist the national chairman in the discharge of his duties. In Section 14, subsection 2, paragraph 3, the Constitution states that the deputy national chairman shall act as the national chairman in the absence of the national chairman from his zone. Now, the APC has two deputy national chairmen, one for the north and the other one for the south, while Senator Lawan Traibu holds sway for the north. Senator Abiola Ajimobi is in charge of the south. By implication, Ajimobi is supposed to now act as the national chairman of the party, being from the same zone with Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, but with reports that he is currently hospitalized. Who then acts in his state? Now, can the acting national secretary also assume the role of the acting national chairman when by hierarchy the deputy national chairman north is ahead of him? Can he preside over a meeting with the deputy national chairman north in attendance? Or can the deputy national chairman north act as the national chairman where he's not from the same zone with the suspended national chairman? Perhaps, like always, the party, the All Progressives Congress, will once again sort itself as it did with the merger in 2013, seeing as nature abhors a vacuum. So many questions that would hopefully be answered this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion, with my respected guest, the Deputy General, the Director General rather, of the Voice of Nigeria, and one of the leading APC members in Southeast, as well as the former Secretary to Abia State Government and a veteran journalist, Raf Egbu. They are on the show this morning. They will be joining me in a couple of minutes. So it's going to be a very interesting discussion this morning on the platform as we discuss party politics on the platform on Flow 94.9 FM.
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business, high-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.
All right, joining us this morning as we begin this conversation, very interesting conversation we will be having this morning, the Director General of the Voice of Nigeria and one of the leading APC members in the Southeast, Osita Okechukwu. Glad to have you join us this morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, you live on Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael. The last time we spoke on this particular issue, you talked about Osho virus. Is the Osho virus now over?
What actually the position is, let me start by saying I do not have anything personal against Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. We are very good friends. During his Labour leadership, I was representing the Conference of Nigerian Political Parties. And during that representation, we worked harmoniously. But since he became the chairman of the party, one was not very much impressed with the way he managed the affairs of our great party, the All Progressive Congress. And I'm not the only one on that side of the divide. Were many of us who had labored to get the party merged He came to the merger committee from the defunct HCN. I came from the defunct CPC. So we're all stakeholders in the political party. But he was managing the political party as a sole administrator. He did not use the core progressive tenets that the party is used for, which is well couched in the constitution of the APC. That was my only disagreement with him. And that was why I talked of Osho virus. Let us, for instance, I've asked some of my friends, common friends of me and Conrad Adam, that came to meet me and said, what's the matter? I asked them, let us say, for instance, that APC is a company listed in the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and he was made the MD in June 2018. I said between that 2018 and today, will we say that the stock of that company appreciated or depreciated? For me, I would say depreciated, because by the time he came, we have about 25 governors or 26. Today, we are battling with about 2019. And at every turn, he failed in one of the fundamentals. If you want to lead a mass movement like APC, you must not resort to culture of impunity. He must not start playing God. Those are the areas that defined him. He was playing God. It was his culture of impunity was enormous. Even some of his friends agreed with us that the way he was going about it was not the best of the best. So that was it. But luckily, when his ward suspended him, the local government of his state affirmed the suspension, and the state affirmed it. But being who he is, he neglected it. He did not know. Or I'm one of those who is still wondering whether he ever read the APC constitution. Because if you have read that constitution, the constitution says that if in any way there was any decision by any of the organs against you, you have 7 days to appeal the matter. And if you do not appeal the matter is foreclosed. So he didn't appeal his suspension by the so-called Ward 10. He didn't appeal his suspension by the local council, the local executive committee of the party. He did not appeal his suspension affirmed by the state of the party. So, on what basis will he remain the chairman of the party? That is where we are today.
All right. Just a moment now. As it stands now, don't you think this particular the next move now, this what has just happened now, will affect the chances of the All Progressives Congress in the next governorship election that will take place in Edo State and also in Ondo State?
I don't think so, actually. Because the leadership of the party now has a role to play to try to overhaul the situation. So look back, somebody, when he was composing or convoking the screening committee that screened His Excellency Godwin Obaseki, he said for him, the screening committee is like a high court, and the appeal committee is going to set up is like an appeal court, that the National Working Committee is the Supreme Court. And for him, the National Working Committee is himself. Because somehow, he managed to make himself a sole administrator of the National Working Committee. He forgot, or deliberately, either by omission or commission, he glossed over the fact that the Constitution of the APC stipulated that the National Working Committee would put to effect the decisions and approval of the National Executive Committee or the National Convention. Because the highest organ of the APC Constitution is the National Convention. It is followed by the National Executive Committee of the party that decides. They decide the guideline for elections. They approve acting, whoever that want to act must be approved by the National Executive Committee, not the Working Committee. The Working Committee is the business. Going by the APC Constitution is to put to effect decisions either made by the National Convention or made by the National Executive Committee. Between me and you, the National Executive Committee never, to the best of my knowledge, did not meet either by virtual meeting, which is now the new normal, under the COVID era, nor did they meet in a real sitting of the National Executive Committee, either to approve the guidelines for the election in Edo, or even to approve the Ajimobi, the Waziri Bulama, my friend, that he appointed as acting secretary, as acting national, deputy national chairman. They didn't meet. So for him, there was culture of impunity. He ran the APC as a sole administrator.
So,
and I said that's not the correct.
I would like to take the part where the incumbent governor of Edo State is no longer a member of your party and your party is going for the governorship poll. That may affect, or it may, you may have a slim chances winning that election on the APC may not have a good chances winning that election in Edo State.
The leadership of the APC, don't forget, we have leadership.
Okay.
The leadership of the APC most likely will also look into the decision of the appeal court yesterday. If they do so, they have one or two options. They can call a virtual National Electoral Committee meeting. If they call that, they can cancel the theater of absurd that Oshimole called a screening committee, where Professor Iba was reading as if it was something somebody wrote for him. In fact, he had to elect one of the members to help him to read one of the sections of the so-called report. So the National Executive Committee of the party might decide to cancel all that he did. And the local chapter of the APC had also told the world that they have not yet accepted the resignation of the governor and his deputy, Philip Taiwo. They have not.
So it means that we might be having the governor of Edo State and his deputy come back. It's the chances are still very high.
Yeah, it's a probability.
Wow.
Luckily, don't forget that for the INEC, the submission ends by 29th of this month.
Okay, comrade, what is even more worrisome now is the impending constitutional crisis in your party right now. The party is asking the former governor, Abiola Ajimobi, to steer the ship given his reported ill health, and that he's not from the same zone with the embattled Oshiomhole. But the other man is saying that, well, he's the next in line since Ajimobi is not health-wisely okay to steer the ship of the party right now.
No, the point, as I told you, is that going by the constitution of the FDC, the National Executive Committee did not approve the acting position of Ajimobi. So, in actual position of the constitution of the APC, Ajimobi is not a national deputy chairman. That should be made clear. To start with, if he's sick, we will pray that he recovers. But whether he's healthy or he's not healthy, the fact is that the process of his nomination is highly a breach of the constitution of the APC.
Okay, some Nigerians are really worried that while the storm raged, the leader of the party, that's the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, has remained silent.
That's part of the paradox of the public discourse. When we had the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who was throwing the governors and the chairman of the party out of the window, we were also crying. I would not have a president who publicly told you what is a Democrat convert? He want the process to run. Will you go to what do you want him to do except what the court did yesterday? The court woke up and take a decision. Will the president stop the decision or tell the court not to meet? I don't know what you want the president to do in this circumstance. Let me be honest with you. Everybody has his own style.
One will be asking why the president didn't come in, because the governor, Godwin Obaseki, did visit the presidential villa before he made that very big announcement that he's no longer a member of the APC.
The president's door is open. If you remember as well, Comrade Adams also visited Mr. President. So everybody, even a small man like myself, do visit Mr. President as well. But what we are saying is that the constitution of the party is the ground norm of the APC. And that's what we should follow. Let's leave the president out of it.
All right, Comrade Osita Okechukwu, how much of this fight and leadership issues is about 2023?
I come from a Catholic church where I do not know of how many Reverend Fathers that talk of telling us about tomorrow, except they will tell you to go and pray. So I don't want to speculate about 2023. We don't even know how many of us will be allowed to there. So please leave me out of 2023.
All right. Thank you very much for your time this morning on the program. Director General of the Voice of Nigeria and also one of the leading APC members in Southeast, Comrade Osita Okechukwu. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate it. Thanks a million.
All right. Well, now you have an idea of what is happening from that angle. A lot is happening in that particular party. Just yesterday, in case you do not have an idea of what happened concerning the court case, the court matter, the Court of Appeal upheld the suspension of Adams Oshiomhole as the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress. Mr. Oshiomhole was suspended by the APC in Edo State in what is part of his battle with the state governor, Godwin Obaseki. And Abuja High Court in March this year ruled that his suspension was legal and ordered Mr. Oshiomhole to stop parading himself as the APC national chairman. The suspension was initially lifted after the appellate court granted a stay of execution of the High Court's order, and the appeal court yesterday ruled that Mr. Oshiomhole's suspension was valid, and this throws a new twist to the Edo State APC crisis as the party prepares for the governorship election. And Mr. Obaseki did announce his resignation just yesterday from the APC, a decision that further, opens up the current state of the party in that state, the Edo State. It was a unanimous judgment on the first appeal delivered by Justice Eunice Onyememen. The court held that the trial court has territorial jurisdiction to have entertained the suit as it did, and the court also withdrew Mr. Oshiomhole's right and privileges as the national chairman of the party, including his security details. The appeal court predicated its decision on the ground that Mr. Oshiomhole, as the first appellant, is based in Abuja, while APC also had its national headquarters in Abuja. And in that judgment, the second appeal delivered by Justice Mohammed Lamido, the court held that there was no basis for the two appellants to hold that they were denied fair hearing during proceedings at the trial court. So a lot is happening in that party, and let's get another angle to the drama in the All Progressives Congress now, as we have the former secretary to Abia State government and a veteran journalist, Chief Ralph Egbu, joining us now. It's a virtual conversation. We have the pandemic and we cannot have the live guests in the studio. Glad to have you join us this morning, Chief.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. In the political logjam and confusion that has engulfed the party, the All Progressives Congress, how can you describe Adams Oshiomhole as a political character, in your opinion, as a writer?
What a tough question.
Okay.
But Adam, surprisingly, on the political field, has appeared to be something different from what he was as a labor leader. Some of us who would have expected that labor struggles unionism would have sharpened him for higher responsibilities. I must tell you, I'm disappointed. He has been unnecessarily combustive, highly inflammable, displaying tyrannical tendencies, and having a temperament that is seriously at variance with democratic principles and tenets. So I'm surprised. He hasn't displayed a kind of temperament that is suitable for democracy. The hallmark of democracy is massive participation.
When you say highly combustive and highly inflammable, I understand that petrol is also highly combustive and inflammable.
That, yes.
But when you handle petrol very carefully, you will understand that you will also agree with me that you must not handle petrol near fire. So one might be asking, how does it relate? How will you relate to Oshiomhole, like you did mention as a writer this morning, that he has become highly combustive and inflammable?
What else will you want me to say? You see the result. You had Osita Okechukwu saying that if that were to be a corporation and you are in stock market and you have to assess whether you have made gain or losses, it will be clear. I am surprised that the party under his leadership, which became 2 years ago, has not shown capacity for conflict settlement. You lost 5 states on coming in, and all of them by reason of inability to intervene when it matters. Let me tell you one truth, and I think Nigerians should hear, especially those hearing me no matter. That is what one thing that is wrong with our democracy. You have made a local government chairman, you have made a governor, you have made a deputy, you have made special assistant. There is this tendency to want to see yourself different from the people. You want to be God. We are put into public positions to solve problems. But invariably we go in there to become the problems ourselves. So what is happening in this in Edo and now happening to Oshiomhole was predictable. If you had watched him on the TV, I'm not a member of his executive, but I've seen him on the television. You see a man just moving, you don't see the era of collectivity. You see a chairman beginning to rationalize in the direction of a particular person decisions of a so-called screening committee. I have told my friends as we celebrated their Freedom Day, I said one thing wrong with our system is that we took democracy and refused to take the substance. How many of you, including you, Mike Oni, and every dynamic editor in your establishment that knows the name of the chairman of the Republican Party of America? But here, chairmen are talking, chairmen are in the process. Party leadership is essentially about administrative organization. But here we intervene. And you can see it in the case of Oshiomhole. They sent you to be a problem solver. You went there to become the problem yourself, carrying over personal vendetta. If let's accept without conceding that his candidate had problems. 4 years all across, you became a chairman. You couldn't ask him that this was deficient. Your name doesn't have I. Go and correct it. Or to say drop higher qualifications. Let's run with you with a school science, and then you keep quiet. But you carry something that I produced him. In fact, by now he should be in prison. Telling Nigerians, going on about Nigerians that he was not a party member and you brought him and broke his system. If it were in same society, Oshiomhole should have been asked to die long ago for subverting democratic process. Now let me warn, what they are doing now, we are looking at it as a child play. They are rubbishing democracy. What you think is a don't matter now, gradually is snowballing to an APC national rumble or rumbles. It will soon become a national issue because the democracy is being dented.
All right,
whether you like it or not, with what is happening now, with a powerful pillar in any party, a governor.
You've mentioned Edo State now. Let's talk about Edo State. Do you think Governor Gordon Obaseki is playing the politics the right way he should have, because most of his arsenal is being made known before he shoots them?
Well, that was my position. It could be a matter. It could be a matter of style. My own position is as a strategy is that it ought to be quiet. It ought to be sacred. That is why you have aides, dynamic aides. That is why I say people should not, democracy is not a game you run alone. You should be equipped with the requisite staff. There are certain things he would have done and then kept still live and then watch. You can see what is playing out. You can see that the APC wants him back. Okay? So, but some people have called me from Abuja to say, well, he is on the nick of being extinguished. And sometimes you can dance naked. Who knows? He knows he has basic things surrounding him. I wouldn't know what
the All Progressives Congress is the ruling party in Nigeria. What are the likely collateral gains or even damage of this twist of events?
Come again.
The collateral damage of this twist of event.
Yes. It is a big damage. It is showing incapacity. If you can't put your house to order, because what is happening now will affect, you're already beginning to say constitutional crisis and so on. The different forces there will play up, because whether you like it or not, Oshomole will not emerge the same person. His foundation of legitimacy has been seriously dented. That is the truth. If you are occupying sensitive and higher office, and then there is dent from state, there is now a dent from the national, your basis for legitimacy begins to be suspect. So either way, he's on his way out. In fact, if you say bye-bye to him now, you may not be around. He may come out of this in the next few days, but I don't see him lasting long. So the forces, you were asking Osita whether it's 2023, he was dodging. That is it. Those who have the party, those who believe in the game of subversion like Oshomole, are beginning to say we put him in check. We put his personal ambition in check. They are also saying to the Tinubu faction, well, you see what will happen. Because the Ajumobi you are calling does not belong to the Tinubu faction, supposing we are healthy. And look at the timing of the verdict. So 2003 is there. Recklessness of a non-democrat. I am the one insisting that we have taken democracy. We must go also and learn the temperament and the principles. It is an all-comers game, everybody and consultation, dialogue and consensus. That is what was missing there and has been missing. So we must learn it. Everybody must fall in his line. The struggles we have when we do party, what do you call it, party elections and so on. Why do you have it? It's because everybody believes that party people will go there to toe a certain line. It ought not to be so. So this thing is teaching us. So it's recording, it's going to create, what do you call it, collateral damage. Yes, it's already. It's adding to the bad image for the president. It's giving the bad image to the party. And I don't like it. Nigeria needs a strong two-party or three-party system.
All right,
I believe in that.
Chief Rafebu, from your spectacle, looking at the matter from national perspective, do you think this move will determine the swing of the pendulum?
Pendulum in what direction? So I know, presidential or what?
In 2023.
Of course. Next year is organization year for those who want 2021. In everywhere, that one is good. That is one. You begin to prepare for an office. Sometimes in better societies, you prepare for an office 6 years. Candidates should go around telling us their manifestos, and we will tell us their antecedents, tell us companies. So those who want to align forces are beginning to. Indirectly, I can see Oshomole just played into their hands by a little recklessness of tyrannism, in consideration, a bit of incapacity, not knowing that you have risen above certain matters, carrying personal issues into what should be a public office. Like I said before, you are supposed to be a problem solver. You become the problem yourself. It's a dangerous trait. So those who want to take control of producing the next president are cashing in on it. And like I told you now, I know politics. He's a gunner. Because the basis of his legitimacy, the aura of legitimacy has been eroded, whether you like it or not.
All right,
So,
Chief
so
Rafi.
it will definitely shape who emerges.
Just before I let you go this morning, let's take a look at some random thoughts from the street. Some persons are saying that the Southeast can be the beneficiary of the confusion from the All Progressives Congress. Do you subscribe to this?
We are there. If you ask me, I don't know my attitude to rotation, but at the federal level, it must go round. There is nothing wrong in rotation at a certain stage of a national, of a society life. In sense of belonging, you need spirit. If the spirit, listen, as long as the Igbo man, as long as the job people, as long as certain parts, it could be canories, are removed from the centrality of participation, so will the spirit diminish. Everything you do will not work. So democracy is about collectivity and the spirit of collectivity. So when you bring everybody, what am I saying? If in APC, I have argued, we are doing rotation, the Southwest have taken, the minorities have taken, the West now have taken. Of course, natural justice and sense of equity will suggest, not only suggest, will be so compelling to say that the next president, whether from PDP or APC or ABGA or whatever, must come from the Southeast. You can't downplay the Southeast. Forget what we do to ourselves. You can't downplay. This is one of the most populated areas. This is where you find one of the most dynamic people. You can't downplay them and then be safe. So if the Igbos put their hands together, this talk that you don't vote, the West did not vote for PDP when we gave them Obasanjo. They didn't for two consecutive sessions. First time, second time, I think 1999, 2000. They were AD. But we thought that in terms of calculation, in terms of locational politics, in terms of sense of belonging, there was need to go. Remember that Ogbonnaya won the APC presidential ticket. And overnight, it was prevailed upon to go. So they can do it for the vote.
All right, Chief Rafi, thank you very much for your contribution this morning. A veteran journalist, I do appreciate your contribution this morning on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, there you have Chief from a neutral ground, a neutral perspective of what is happening in the All Progressives Congress. But just before we take your reactions this morning, let's take a breather, and when we return, the lines will be open. But then you can have the numbers 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM.
At Flow 94.9 FM, we've got conducive and well-secured environment for business. High-tech video studio, a state-of-the-art production studio. You can also listen live on www.flow949fm.com and watch our videos on YouTube at Flow FM TV. Flow 94.9 FM, not just radio, but a complete broadcasting house.
It is still the platform right here on Flow 94.9 FM Wednesday edition. The program comes up on radio every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday. We're taking a look at issues as it affects the All Progressives Congress, the ruling party in Nigeria, and of course a whole lot of drama playing out in that party. Is the party in the middle of constitutional crisis? That's the big topic this morning on the platform. Now let's open the line 0808 1826 949 or 0811 6052 949. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Michael.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Mumbai.
You're welcome.
To me, I quite agreed 100% with the analysis of Pastor Raifu, the ban you called on phone. So every Nigerian knows that we expected Oshomole to repeat what he repeated as a Labour president, an ANC Labour president. But unfortunately, he's not seeing himself as God. when it comes to APC. Though they are perfect from a tribe, some of them that are benefiting peanut from here in Omaya and Abia State will try to defend him. Oshomole is one thing that has happened to APC when it comes to party politics. Because of his way, the way he behaves, he sees himself above every other. He even sees himself more than the President Buhari. So he should behave like a human being that he used to be before now. Thank you.
It's still human. Please, let's be very civil with our conversation and their contribution. It's very, very important. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, welcome.
I'm Pastor Sam Atumboko, the one in Afaruku hosting your beautiful office.
You're welcome, Pastor Sam.
On the issue of the saga in Edo State between the governor and the party chairman, is an overlook or ignorance of the fact that politics is both a science and an art. As an art, Oshomole is making maximum use to dribble and have his way. But as a science, it is clear that Obaseki was not really calculative. If this announcement he made after going to Asorok had been he had waited till today or even tomorrow, the announcement would have been different. Because right now, you know APC and the way they move around with Ghana Must Go. Assuming APC now comes up with their nature of using Ghana Must Go to the state and go to the local government and ward of Oshomole, they can own the decision. And by the time Oshomole goes to Supreme Court, he will have his way. On the other hand, if we can go to the root of the problem has to do with elimination of godfatherism in Edo State. Oshomole succeeded in clearing that in his own time. But when he now left, he now wants to restore it and make himself a teen god. The way he acts, the way he speaks, all shows that he's not only a teen god in Abuja, he wants to remain a teen god where he has left. So the whole scenario, in conclusion, is that we are not maturing politically. There is an ethics of politics. There is a way political development should move on. We are not developing politically. We are worshiping human beings. And the moment this is solved, the better for us.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you. We lost that. On the SMS line, this one says, an old adage is about to be proven wrong in Edo, that when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. Today, two elephants are fighting, getting injured, and almost killing each other, but the grass gets greener. The war between Adams and Obaseki is getting messier. And how are the mighty falling? Too dirty. That's coming from Ugonna on the SMS line. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike Oni.
Good morning.
This is Perry from Amuzuku.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. My brother, I wish Obaseki is listening to this program this time around. APC, we know them with their antics. Everything about APC we know. The reason why they came on board, we know. And good thing, these actions lately have further exposed them and opened every hidden secret about APC that will propel Nigerians to doing the right thing come 2023. Now, Adams Oshomole wanted to be a godfather in Edo State, just like Tinubu did in Lagos. Tinubu frustrated Ambode. Now, Oshomole wants to do the same thing to Obaseki. But Obaseki should watch it. Now, he has been denied the primary ticket. He's not going to participate in the primary elections. Now, Oshomole has been removed as the chairman of the APC by the appeal court. I know he's heading for Supreme Court, but this is a plot to bring Obaseki back to APC, because Obaseki has earlier announced his resignation from the party APC, and that he will make public his next line of action. Maybe going to another party, to still contest under that party, probably PDP or any other strong party. But Obaseki should watch it.
Quickly wrap up your thoughts, Eric.
Okay. Now, Obaseki should know that if
he accepts APC and somebody goes to appeal, and regains his mandate as the national chairman, Obaseki has lost. By that time, PDP must have done their primaries and he has lost everything. So you should watch it. Have a nice day.
Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mike.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, flowing with Honorable Chief Chris Wogu.
You're welcome, Honorable.
I'm calling from Mobi, the local government area of Imo State. Yeah, my take on this matter is that I want to commend Obaseki for announcing his resignation of APC membership, even though the appeal court has affirmed the submission of removing Oshomole as the national chairman of APC. I know very, very well APC being what they are and in their usual system. If Oshomole goes to Supreme Court, they are the owner of Supreme Court. They will do him what they did to Emeti Hedron. They will side him. They will set up illegality, which should have, put as an example in this country. Anything about Supreme Court is illegal because they are going to cancel what appeal court has said. So it is better for Obaseki to look for another party and contest his election. That is my take.
All right, thank you for your take. That's your contribution. Quickly before we wrap up things, let's take a look at the messages. Good morning, Mike. I'm happy the way your guest is breaking down everything in Edo State. Beatrice Marcos from Imo State in Ahiazu, Umbise. Every concrete society must have the features of well set out goals and objectives, which its leadership will pursue vigorously for that society to survive and provide happiness for all. But this can only be achieved if the leadership has the basic idea of the act and science of governance. The present APC government has no such idea, and that is why everybody in the party is an authority. The president seems to have lost grip of the system, and the result is anomie. I didn't get this. We must replant this country so as to survive in it. Steve Onigbo, PhD. Michael, good morning. Ikechukwu from Umudike. Oshomole is just making politics look unpolitical. When he thinks he's above the law, Nigeria should do everything to stop godfatherism. Then we will be matured in politics. All right. Morning, moderator. It's Victor from Umbise. This rift between Adams and Obaseki is becoming something else. Okay, this one says the appeal court verdict that removed Comrade Adams Oshiomhole as APC national chairman is a welcome development, so that peace will return to APC and APC in Edo State. Now that Adams has been removed, let APC come out, unite and make peace and reconcile with Governor Godwin Obaseki so that he will come back. Obina from Nkwegu. All right, thank you very much for your messages, your contributions, and of course your support on the program. Many thanks to the producer of the program, and that's Samson Eze, and also many thanks to my guest on the program, Comrade Osita Okechukwu, the Director General of Voice of Nigeria, and also one of the leading APC members in the Southeast. Also, the former secretary to Abia State government and veteran journalist Rafebu. Thank you very much. That's it. The program returns on Friday when we bring up another issue as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria. My name is Michael Oni. Coming up.